How y'all doing? Happy Friday, my world. Happy whenever you'll see this in your world, okay? Bienvenidos a mi canal. Welcome back to my channel. If you know me, thank you so much for coming back to see you, girl. I appreciate you. If you do not recognize this face right here, my bad. My name's Latrice. Nice to meet you. And this right here is Faith by Latrice. Yes. Where faith is the muscle we exercise around here. Now, let's get on into it. Y'all know dilly-dallying. Mira, when I tell you the distractions that are coming, like I'm talking about by the second, like right now, before I press the button record. All right. We're going to jump right on into it. El tema de hoy. Love well and have boundaries. Okay. Love well and have boundaries. What are we talking about? Why are we saying this? I think it was on whatever day it was, the 12th, whatever day that was, Tuesday, Monday, whatever. I watched a video from Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts. Hey, girl. And this was one of her, it was an older one. And it was one of her videos that was entitled, Hey You. So it's through Woman Evolve. And she was talking about boundaries. Let me just jump into the points. She said, my boundaries help me to remember who I am. We need boundaries, y'all. Those hard, non-negotiable boundaries. And she was relating boundaries to knowing who we are, right? If I don't know who I am. Oh, gosh. Hold on. Rewind. She says, you cannot create boundaries if you do not know what you are protecting. Having boundaries means you're protecting something. When God created the earth, the heavens, all the things, he created them with boundaries. That is why the ocean doesn't just run into the rest of the lands. When you build a house, you don't just build the house and then put the boundaries. You have to have a plan of where the boundaries are going to be, where the fence, where the gate, where the grass stops, where the land stops, where it stops before the sidewalk, where the driveway ends, where it starts. You have to know where the boundaries are going to be before you build the house. Before you have a relationship with someone, a friendship with someone, accountability partner, whatever you got going on, before you get into those relationships, my God, you have to know what your boundaries are. If you do not have boundaries within yourself, you will not have a successful partnership, relationship. You won't know what you're protecting yourself from, what you're letting in, what you're allowing to come into. Trying to get it out, y'all. She said you cannot create boundaries if you do not know what you are protecting. Your integrity, your peace, your morality, your sanity, your faith, your relationship. She said many of us don't have boundaries because we don't know ourselves well enough to know where to protect. Love without boundaries can create so much heartbreak and trauma. I can attest to this. She says, this is one of the most important ones to me, that got to me, is your boundaries create the other person you're trying to be. A lot of us are trying to grow and become this better version of ourselves, right? Hopefully, we're trying to be a better version of ourselves. But those boundaries, you need boundaries to become that person. Let me tell you what I just wrote real quick. Oh my God. If I don't keep my boundaries, you won't like who I become. Sometimes boundaries can feel hurtful to the other person. It can feel like you're not being nice to that person. It can feel like, oh my God, we can't do this anymore because I have set a boundary. That person might get sad. You might get sad because you want to engage with them in a certain way. But my boundary says, my boundary reminds me why I can't do that. When you start to thinking, oh my God, I feel bad for them, or they're sad and I want to accommodate them. I want to people please them. I want to please them and whatever. Stop. Remember, your boundaries are for you first. Your boundaries are to protect you first. You are the one you have to sleep with every single night. I don't care if you're in a relationship, whatever. At some point, it's you. You go to bed with your thoughts. You go to bed with your feelings. You go to bed with all of that. You have to create boundaries so that you protect yourself first. You have to remember, wait, I set this boundary because I know what happens if I don't have that boundary. I'm going to start people pleasing again. I'm going to start wasting all my energy for everybody else and not even tapping into what I need first. I need a boundary, meaning time. I can't spend 3 hours with you today because I have things I need to do. If I spend 3 hours with you, or if I go out past 9, past 8, that means there's going to be a time I'm outside where things are going to happen. I'm going to start to behave a certain way. Let's keep it a stack. I'm just getting careless. No, I have to have a boundary with my time. I have to have a boundary with certain people. I can't be around you because your personality, what you got going on, or what you got going on, it made me feel some type of way. So I have to set a boundary. Does that make sense? Some people have never seen us with boundaries, and they like it that way. Oh, gosh. For some of us, it's like, if I don't set this boundary, you're not going to like what you get from me. You're not going to get the best version of me. I can't love you well. My God. The devotional today was, well, it was yesterday's, but I missed one. Love well. It said, imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are his dear children. Live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. The example of Christ. Jesus had boundaries. He knew what he was called. He knew his assignment. He knew who he was. He knew what he would do and what he wouldn't do. It don't matter if people was trying to get him to do certain things. I think it was Martha, who her brother Lazarus died. She wanted him to come to heal his brother. He said, I got boundaries with my assignment. I know when I'm supposed to come. I'm not going to break my boundary or break my rule, my own rule, just to please you. My goodness. Some people have never seen you with boundaries, so they haven't even seen the best version of you. You probably haven't even seen the best version of you. Point of the matter, love well. And to love well, you have to have boundaries to protect yourself, your valuables. That's it. Go about your business. I hope this made sense. Si nadie te ha dicho hoy, este día que te estoy hablando a ti mismo. If nobody has told you today, I want to tell you, I love you. And I love me. That's why I'm happy on my boundaries and all the things. Because listen, life be life, and get what? We're going to prosper regardless. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.